March.
I didn't.
I did not. Did you?
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
you
nothing
wanna-
jumped out
I
at
did
me.
too.
Make some changes and
No.
we'll vote them. Actually, Mark, I'm going to assign you the voting alternate for the night. And you have no changes, Alan?
I didn't have any, no.
Mark, none?
No, nothing. Oh, okay.
Okay, I wasn't here for the meeting, but I'm just wondering if there's quotes from anyone that might want to weigh in.
Well, I think that would be me, but,
I think Ms. Hollinger stood down from that one, too. And she's the one that usually prefers that we not vote minutes if she wasn't.
this was the one about the,
Washington Drive.
yeah.
Jeff Yates served as chair. Actually, I think that one change might be that I think Hollinger stepped down too, because I think she sold the other house. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I thought both of you guys.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that that gets added in. Let's just, that would be my only amendment.
You are down, was she there?
She was here, and I think she stood down. What does it
Yeah,
say?
because there are no comments by her.
She's not
to the
listed
She's
whole-
at
not
the members
listed as
present,
present,
yeah.
that's why, okay. Then I'm okay if you guys want to vote to approve those minutes. Someone want to make a motion?
Vote to approve the, move to approve the minutes of March 24th.
Do I have a second?
2016.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the minutes are approved for March. We had a set of Februaries here, too. You want to try to get those out of the way? That sounded like an angry door. Are you okay? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, in the February minutes, it indicates that Cheryl
She recused.
recused from the
Yeah.
39 Washington, so.
Yeah, so the February minutes, actually, we continued Washington to March, so that's not significant. And then the only case was Oak Road, which I also recused from. Did you review the February minutes?
I did not, but
Well, let's read them real quickly so we can get this one out of the way, too.
is that a separate
Oh, you don't have it?
night at November?
November, we...
Oh, no, okay, we were reviewed, okay.
Okay.
Is PERC with a C or a K? P-E-R-C-E-D?
For percolation testing, it's...
Oh,
what
it
it
is
said.
C, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that was simple because we continued the,
Yeah. So they were just citing the facts, I guess.
So Cheryl was a voting member on that one?
Cheryl was a voting member on that one, but...
Yeah, she does make a statement.
She did subsequently recuse, and that one didn't really have anything happen, because from here we continued it, and it's continued again till tonight. So I think this is just citing facts and abutters, and I think I'm okay with what it says.
Except I don't believe I read, not that it's a big deal. The last sentence, buildings misspelled, but I don't remember me being the one to read Inspector Roland Bernier's notes.
We can take that out, doesn't add or subtract anything to the minutes, all right?
Yeah, I would just delete that whole line, I'm not sure.
Got it. And the only thing, I don't like the grammar in this. Cheryl Cowley stated that if abutters are happy, then okay with it.
I don't think that was the tenor of that whole
No.
thing. I mean, we were not going to approve it as a proposed.
I think it should just say Cheryl stated she would like to see a swale around the retaining wall grading. And, Mark, I'm going to take out that you're generally okay with the plan too and say you stated you appreciate, is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's,
Appreciates working with the neighbors, fairly wooded lot, trying to blend into the lot. Roseanne wants to see the wall staked out for the abutters. Rod wants to see the wall staked. And it was moved to continue, is fine, okay?
yeah.
So I'd like to have a motion to approve those as amended.
I make a motion, we approve the February 18th minutes as amended.
I just want to write down. Ellen, you did the first one and Mark second.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that meeting, so.
I'll second.
So this one, Mark votes, moves, and Jeff seconds. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, hearing none. We have 2 sets of minutes we've approved. Wow, we get something done. Okay, the time is 7:30, and we have a continued hearing on 867 Oak Road, map U12. Now, procedurally, if there was anything substantive, I'd need to stand down, but it looks like we received a letter to withdraw without prejudice, and I believe if I stand down, you won't be able to vote the withdrawal without prejudice. So I think I can vote the withdrawal without prejudice on anything that, there wouldn't be any conflict in me doing that, right? Everybody all right with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Need a motion?
Jeff, you were the chair, why don't you open it and then read the
We have an
withdrawal.
email from Matt Field. Can you please, using email, withdraw us without prejudice on the ZBA meeting tonight for Oak Road? Now, from my point of information, this means that this will not come up before us, or it may come up before us again, but as in terms of this hearing it's done with?
For point of information, a withdrawal without prejudice means they are not going to go forward, but they can come back and bring it again.
Okay.
In reality, the things we've been waiting for have happened. That is, he's got entitled to the abutting lots from the town. And therefore, if this were to come back again, it would be a totally different
Totally different
presentation
project, yeah.
because the lot lines and the swale and the grading and everything will change. So his withdrawal without prejudice is so that he can come back if he needs to, but
Right.
he would have to start all over again with a new application fee. So, Jeff, you want to continue asking for a motion to allow
Yes,
it?
can I ask for a motion to allow the withdrawal without prejudice of case 867A?
So moved.
Second to that, please, Mark?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Withdrawal is approved.
Thank you. That concludes that case. Okay, the next case for tonight is also called for 7:30. Open now the hearing, 7:30 PM, case number 874A. The petitioner Thomas Clancy requests for special permit or variance pursuant to section 17331, intensity of use for a proposed addition at 450 Newtown Road. Tom, the way we present is that you present your case. The board will then ask questions, then we'll ask the abutters if they have any input, and then we'll go from there.
Come up or sit here?
All very informal. If you
Okay.
have plans you want to bring up, that's fine. If we have everything, you can stay
You have
there.
everything there.
Okay.
So my wife Jennifer and I are before the board tonight for a couple of reasons. One is our parents are getting older, and also my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, has MS, and she's totally incapacitated. So as we were looking at means of, for whatever reason, all our other siblings, our parents only want to live with us, according to them. They don't want to live, we're the cool ones or something like that. So we started to look at property in town to buy us another home for maybe the possibility of one of them coming to live here. And there's the key phrase, the possibility, and neither one of us wants to be a renter or landlord in that matter. So as we looked at our property and our home, we currently renovated in 2006. And we've been in Littleton 20 years in November. And we've spent a considerable amount of energy and money on that piece of property. And so we looked at saying, you know, what if we just added a handicap accessible bathroom, bedroom, and a little seating area, so that in the case that if one of them ever had to come and live with us, they could have their own little part of our home, and we'd share a kitchen. So so as I went to talk to Roland about this, we discovered that we have an existing non-conforming house. So we're just looking to add, that's in essence, if one of them ever came to live with us, we would be proactive in this approach as opposed to, oh my God, they fell, they're gonna be out of rehab in 4 weeks and they have to come live with you and we don't have a house where they can get around. That's primarily the reason, and the fact that with my job here in town, you see people that want to stay in their homes as they get older, and they have a house where they live on the second floor and they can't get up there anymore. And someday we may get old. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But we look at this as if they never come to stay with us, that'll suit our purposes in the future. So it's just to enhance our home and also to cover any contingency if one of our family members had to come and live with us.
So at this time, you don't have any specific plans?
I don't have, they're being worked on right now. We have a concept of how it's gonna lay out, but not the actual plans of the drawings and everything are not completed yet. Just the size that it would, and the lot, you know, how far it would be from the property line.
So you are showing on this little sketch that if we granted this special permit, it would not be any closer to the lot line than the furthest point.
28, I think it was
Well,
28.
you used to say 27. You have one
Yep.
one corner is 24 feet. Okay.
Did you bring a zoning book?
Yeah.
You're on the corner of Nagog Hill and Newtown.
Yes.
What's this existing structure in the middle? Is that a barn? or-
Yeah, that's our barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big thing in the middle.
I've always wondered what that was.
It was a chicken coop at one point.
It was twice as long as it is now.
Oh, wow.
Okay. When, pardon me for 1 minute.
The reason I asked about the specific plans, normally we would be approving a specific plan. However, our decisions are, they usually refer to plans, but they also refer to specific dimensions from the, so we'd have to just see if the board's willing to just give that, as opposed to referring to a specific plan.
So I want to clarify a couple of things. Your lot is more than 40,000 square feet, that's to begin with, right?
2.91 acres.
Okay, so we're not non-conforming in lot size.
I think it's proximity.
Yeah,
That's what-
It's the front setback.
and it's just well, I was looking for the two-street exception, but that's, if there's 2 streets, reduce 1 foot for every 2,000 square foot under 40,000, but you're not under
Yeah, Roland looked
40,000.
into that originally, and he
Okay.
and Shelley and said, no, it doesn't.
But he's considering this,
I mean, frontage.
where the T is,
Yeah.
where the Y is now the front setback is essentially this whole
Yeah,
thing. So you would be proposing to go no closer to the front setback than you already are. Although we understand from your presentation that visually you're going to appear to be further from the road than you are now.
Yeah.
well, just hang on a minute. Not that it matters, but I want to be clear. If this is Newtown Road, where does it become Nagog Hill? At the curve?
They're redoing
Is,
it. It's right now, it's like this.
Yeah,
And they're taking that out,
yeah,
making a T,
yeah,
but it's still town-owned land.
yeah, but that would be his frontage then.
This is what it looks like right now. This is the part they're eliminating.
But so his frontage, I mean, that would be probably going to hardship or uniqueness, but his frontage, that, at that point, that's a side setback if that's Nagog Hill at this point.
It wouldn't be a side setback.
Why?
Because if you're on a corner, you're right, you can choose which.
No, he's not even
Yeah.
choosing, his address is Newtown. Your address is Newtown Road.
So, 450
His frontage is Newtown, Nagog is his side
Okay.
setback. So clearly Roland didn't feel that way, but I'm,
Well, I think it's a
Unsatisfied,
matter
that
of,
is, yeah.
of judgment whether this is Newtown or
yeah,
Nagog.
Nagog Hill.
Yeah.
So the second question I have for you is, and this is just in passing, because I have my mother set up for functional dependency living. Why aren't you considering a whole accessory dwelling situation so you get the bath and the bedroom and a little kitchenette or an L shape for kitchen? Or you-
Can I jump
Yeah.
in?
Yeah,
Because my parents, actually, all 3 of them, his mother and my parents, they're all in their 80s. dad's 87, my mom's 83. So we thought about that too, and we said, well, you know what, they're not gonna wanna cook for themselves.
Okay.
And the way this is structured, which we've done some rough plans, but the way it's structured is off of our kitchen is this addition. So they would have the same access
come to
that
the
we
kitchen.
have for the kitchen.
And the other question is, are you going to build this even before they're ready, so you'll have extra room now? Because
That's the idea.
I just wanted to alert you that a variance or special permit has a timeline within which you have to get it started, or you lose it and have to
Yep.
do it
No,
all over
we
again.
would
Okay.
start right
Yeah.
away.
Okay, any other questions from the board?
No?
How about abutters? Who's here for them? Yes? You were too slow. You were too slow. I got in first.
I'm Cal Yap, and I just live down the street a little bit from Tom, and it's fine with me. I haven't seen the plan. Does the building come towards Nagog Hill, or
Come forward and say it.
what do you got there, Tom?
So here's like a little porch we have now.
Mm,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
coming out towards the naked light and back towards my garden that way. So it's
How much you come out?
24 feet,
Mhm.
you know, so it's not even across my whole driveway
Mm.
as it stands now.
Yeah.
And then we went
You could
back,
almost say-
we went back towards the garden
Yeah.
that way. So that's in essence what it is. It's 24 by 20.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Which Yap are you? How are you related to all the Yaps?
I've got the old farmhouse there, right on the corner of Nagog,
And you a cousin to Peter?
relative.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have told him.
So are you keeping your porch, or?
No, we're
Okay.
gonna find a way for that. We're not gonna.
It's too bad, it's a nice looking porch.
It is.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great to people watch.
Well, yeah. No, we're gonna, that's gonna get incorporated somehow or another on the other side, on the
Towards-
back side of the
right.
house, yeah. But sacrifices had to be made.
Okay.
But I got my summer out of the porch, so.
It's actually the dog's favorite.
Now it's your turn.
You're up, Bill.
No objections whatsoever. Too bad the town didn't have more Clancy's, that's all I'd say about this couple.
More Clancy's in town?
Thank you, Bill.
I think I agree with you.
Thank you.
We have a letter from the building inspector that I'll read into the record. Applicant seeks a special permit to increase the nonconformity of his existing single-family dwelling within the required front setback by constructing an addition to the left of his existing dwelling. Specifically, the applicant wishes to construct an addition to the left of his home, which would set back from the street property line approximately 27 feet, less nonconforming than the existing structure of 24 feet. The applicant visited the building department to discuss the proposed addition, noting the challenging slope of the topography relative to the existing dwelling, the uniqueness of a curved frontage, and the proposed alterations of the town-owned intersection. It was recommended by this office that the applicant seek a special permit for relief. It should be noted that the proposed redesign of Nagog Hill Road and Newtown Road will significantly increase the visual setback of the proposed addition to pavement. Although the affected property line will remain in place, the final look from the reconfiguration of the intersection will give the impression of a fully compliant setback. No further comment. I would like to comment procedurally to the board that because he's creating more non-conforming frontage, it has to be treated as a variance, and that the applicant, the plans, and Roland's letter satisfies, I believe, the criteria for hardship and uniqueness. He said the slope of the topography, the uniqueness of the curved frontage, the proposed alterations to the town-owned intersection, and I guess the existing SDS location and the other barn all make it sense. And the fact that the applicant has described that he'd like this addition to be in close proximity to the kitchen for future assisted living purposes or functional dependency living purposes. So I think he's satisfied the hardship. You agree?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody want to move to close?
Moved, close.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I move we grant a variance at 450 Newtown Road for the purposes of building an addition that will be no closer to the front property line than the present structure. Do we need to, we don't need to talk about our various reasons for the variance in this
Well,
motion?
I'll write it, and I'll just
Okay.
express the hardship,
Okay.
parroting the town building inspector's letter, because I think that's where the hardship is, okay?
Second.
So I have a motion. Second, please.
Hank Allen, seconded.
Seconded.
Oh. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very
Your
much.
variance, you're welcome.
Good luck. Make it look great.
Final's final.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well,
We warned him, or is that a warning?
Oh, he knows, good. Tom, you know that there's a appeal period.
Something I told them.
Tom, you know there's an appeal period on variances, Roland will tell you.
okay.
You got
Learning all
a
kinds of
20
good stuff.
20-day appeal period, but you
So
can-
does that mean we have to wait 20 days to go?
you're supposed to wait, but he'll issue the permit, and you can take your chances that there'll be no appeal. There'll be no.
See the dog in all the pictures, by the way?
I saw it in one, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'll entertain a motion to close. I don't think we have
I move
anything
the
else.
hearing be closed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You should have moved the hearing be moved.